Good afternoon. Hello. Hola. Bonjour. I sometimes know how to say it in German, but I can't remember the day. We have brain fog, people. Right, so we are on. Yesterday I spoke about, if you've seen the video, if anybody was looking for business coaching. I also mentioned in that I also offer wellness coaching and life coaching, so they're all still available. We've got appointments for everything. We've got no long waiting list, but today I've just come on to give you a wee bit more about I'm in a car park, so I'm just making sure I'm watching nobody's going to get in the shot or anything like that. So, and the wee man in front of me is looking at me as if to say, "You're talking to me, hen." No, pal, sorry, not the day. But today I've come on to speak about counselling and who I could potentially help. Not who, more about ages and genders and different things. So I'm not going to name like what that. If your name's blah blah blah, I can help you. I don't mean it like that. So anybody, and I don't mean anybody, everybody. Well, I do mean that to an extent. Essentially could potentially help anybody and everybody, but I don't have a magic wand. If you've never had any kind of counselling or therapy before, you might think that you go to a therapist, they say their thing, you say your thing, and ta-da, you're all better. Doesn't quite work like that. That is a big part of it, because talking is the best part, but you also have to be fully honest with not just your therapist, but yourself. You may have to speak about things that you don't even realise you're thinking about, and it's a therapist's job to try and get to that point where we've unlocked things that you've had locked away for such a long time. Now that can be a child. Children can have trauma, children can be bullied, children can feel a certain type of way, children can 100% be grieving. You can be a preteen, you can be a teenager, you can be a young teenager, you can be mid-teens, you could be late teens, you could be a fully fledged adult, you could be elderly. Anybody and everybody may potentially need a therapist, counsellor, psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever, mental health intervention at some point in their life. You may not, and if you don't, that's amazing, but not everybody's that fortunate. I am one of the people who very much was not that fortunate for a very, very long time. And some of my experience through my journey wasn't the best, as in the people who were supposed to be helping me weren't necessarily the best fit for me. But because I was going through the NHS or whatever else, I didn't necessarily have a choice. And at that time, because I was so in the gutters and so mentally unstable, I didn't realise I could just go and say to somebody above them, or the powers that be, another governing body, whatever, that person potentially isn't doing their job right, they're potentially making my issues, my traumas, my struggles worse. And instead of doing that, I either just didn't go to my appointments, which then prolonged my journey, or I lied. I knew what they wanted to hear. There was different things that made it worse, and I don't want that for anybody else, which is why when I got stronger, I decided, do you know what, I want to start working in this field, and I want to help people the way they should be helped, and I want to be the person that was never there for me. And I don't mean that in a big-headed way, as if I'm better than everybody else. I'm definitely not. And there's many people out there who've got more experience than me, who will be better than me at the job for some, but maybe not for others. It's just who fits you and who's the best fit for you, and who you connect with is a big thing. My CPN for years, my very last CPN I had, because obviously I had a few because my journey went on for over 20 years. my CPN that I had for the final few years of my treatment was the best person I ever had. She was the best person I had, and I'll 100%, and I'll never ever say otherwise about her. And if she ever sees this video, I hope she realises that. I connected better with her than most. But that's the NHS for you. That it's just your luck who you get, and I was very lucky when I got her. Couldn't say the same about some of the others, but I won't ever name and shame anybody. It's not my place to do that, because the people that didn't work for me, they might have worked for somebody else. I'm not saying they've done their job wrong for everybody, but they certainly didn't help my situation. Anyway, we've got off topic. So I don't care what age you are, I don't care your gender, how you identify, where you live, where you came from, nothing matters to me apart from making sure that you are mentally stable and that you're getting to live the best version of you, you're getting to live the best and happiest life you can ever dream of. And also, this isn't just about one-to-one counselling. If you need family counselling, we can do that. We are experienced in that. Couples counselling, we can do that. We're experienced in that. We want every part of your life to be happy and healthy, whether that be that your kids are a bit detached from you just now. We all go through that. Listen, I've been detached from my mum for about 500 years, and I'm losing 500-year-old. I'm at 46-year-old, I'm still asking that woman for a DNA, because I just don't know. I don't think I can be related to her. Anyway, that's just a wee joke. But we all get detached from people at certain points of our life, or most of us, maybe not all, most of us will get detached from at least one person in my life. We may cut people off, we may just ignore them for a bit. But any situation, if you need somebody to, I was going to say meditate, I'll meditate with you as well, because that's something else I offer. But if you want somebody to mediate between you and your boss, you and your neighbour, you and another colleague, if you think this is something that your boss should implement into his business, her business, your workplace, get them to send them this video, get them to message me, because we do work with businesses also, with the mental health side of it as well. But my point is, even if you don't book in with me, please take this as potentially your wake-up call. If you think this video resonates with you, please make this the video that resonates and makes you say, I need to do something today. Make today the last day that you struggle on your own. If you only need to phone me and ask me, where do I go for help? I can't afford to go private, but please tell me how I can get help today. Phone me, message me, do whatever you need to do. And if you don't speak to me ever again, you don't book in because either you don't connect with me or you can't afford it, absolutely fine, but I will never see anybody stuck. Never ever in my life. Been there myself, and it is the loneliest, hardest, horrible life, and I would never wish it on my worst enemy. And I have some people that have done some bad things to me, and I still wouldn't wish that on them. But anyway, we're kind of going a bit here, there and everywhere. This isn't a salesy video. That's not what I want this to be. I want this to be the thing where you've been sitting and you think, I don't quite feel myself, and you don't know why. Please just speak to somebody. Please just send a message, ask the question, ask for help, ask for support, do what you need to do. But please, 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 let us get everybody happy and healthy and back to themselves and living your best life. Because I never ever thought I'd be where I am. If you would have seen me when I was 17, 18, 25, 35 even, you would have thought that I wouldn't have been here today. Here I come to save the day. That went a bit wrong there, didn't it? That went a bit big-headed. But anyway, I'm going to run out of time here. But please, again, just speak to somebody, whether it's me or somebody you know or somebody you don't know. I don't care. Please just open up to somebody and let's get everybody on a happier path. And take care. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.